Good morning. This class small arrangement. We are going to see our this thing yesterday we have left out up to what is potential energy. The energy possessed by the body by virtue of its position. That's the example I have given in the previous class. There are two types. One is called gravitational potential energy, MGH. How MGH comes, I already given in the previous class itself. And elastic potential energy, this can be detailedly seen in future topic. Apart from that, work done is equal to force into displacement. F is equal to Kx. This is also another thing. F proportional to X. Restoring force directly proportional to displacement. So future we will see. After that in order to remove the proportionality sign, I have to add one constant with Kx. F is equal to Kx. So Kx dx, K common out, integral of x squared by 2. Integral of x squared by 2. Therefore half Kx squared is also potential energy. Potential energy, two forms. Gravitational potential energy, problem was you have to use MGH. If elastic potential energy has, we have to use half Kx squared, where K is called force constant. They are giving the problem itself. What is conservation of energy? Law of conservation of energy. Conservation of energy. Law of conservation of energy. So future we are going to see law of conservation of momentum. What is law of conservation of energy? Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. What does it mean? We cannot destroy energy. So suppose if energy reduces, it comes some other form. It diffuses to some other form, either heat or any other. So suppose potential energy reduces means it gives us kinetic energy. Kinetic energy reduces potential. Like that, whatever may be the thing, energy. Suppose we are having iron box. In the morning, we have to iron our clothes and pants. So electrical energy. So electrical energy disappears and become a heat energy. Like that, so many energies are there. You have to convert it. One simple question I ask you, can you find the difference between the energy conservation? Sometimes we are seeing it is a motor, or sometimes we are saying it is a generator, or sometimes we are telling it is as a engine. What is the difference between engine, motor, and the generator? All our electrical instruments we know. In which way it is differ? Suppose the morning itself we are having our mother, mummy starts to make a chutney for you. So immediately she prepare chutney by using the instrument mixie. So suppose the mixie is not working. Immediately we are saying the engine is not working. Come on, see the engine. What she says? Some fault in motor. Some fault in motor. Motorcycle also, the motorcycle doesn't start. Immediately we can say the motor not starting, or it is a problem in engine. We are saying it is engine. In cinema theater, if you are seeing cinema, immediately the power shut down. Immediately there is a sound will receive you. We can boldly suggest that the generator is on. So the different places, the same electrical instrument are three different names. Then how can they distinguish? Can anybody? All the instruments are same, or they differ by themselves? Come on, can discuss. Definitely they differ. In which way differ? What is in the mixing? As soon as the switch is on, the electrical energy comes, automatically it comes converted into mechanical energy. So here the electrical energy disappears and forms the mechanical energy. So wherever the electrical energy converted into mechanical energy is called motor. So what about motorcycle? Here, in order to start the engine, you have to on the key. Therefore, petrol is there. Then switch is on, ignition is on. Petrol actually fire by using a spark plug, the spark. Because of that particular spark, petrol gets fired. Here, thermal energy or heat energy converted into mechanical energy. Then only our bike will move. So wherever the heat energy or thermal energy converted into mechanical energy, they are called engine. Then only it is called engine. Okay. Then what about generator? As soon as the switch is on, the motor rotates. Because of that rotation, we are getting electrical power. Therefore, the mechanical energy converted into electrical energy. Wherever the mechanical energy converted into electrical energy, we call this as generator. So, what do you infer from this? Energy disappears in one form but appear in the another form. That is a concept. Therefore, the conservation of energy clearly tells us energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. That means the total energy of the system remains constant. Therefore, the total energy means we are having two energy now, kinetic energy plus potential energy always constant. That is called conservation of. Okay. Now we can pass on to what is called conservative force and non-conservative force. There is a thing. That is also important for definition wise and also problem wise also. Conservative force means we know already. Whenever the force is applied, the body displaced. Then the work has to be done. F dot S. F first cos theta. This is called work done. In conservative force, this work done depends initial and final position. Suppose the body starts, this is a place. From A, I apply a force. Because of the force, the body go to P. So this is the initial position. This is the final position. So the body displays. In which way? Because of we are applying F force. Then work has to be done, no doubt about it. In conservative force, this work done depends upon what is initial position, where it is A, now where it is B. That's all. If it is depends upon the initial and final position, it won't bother about the path. It can go anywhere. So suppose the body may go like that. It may comes here. Least bother about it. What is the initial position? A. What is the final position? B. These two are comes into picture. Such a force is called conservative. In that particular work done, this work done depends only on position of the body. We least bother about the path. Such a force is called conservative force. Since conservative force depends upon the position, everybody continuously change its position means displacement, isn't it? As far as our thing is concerned, what happened? The initial position A, the final position also A. The work done in a closed system always 0. That is the thing. As far as a circle, the body starts from A, again it comes to A. So we are applying a force. Because of the particular force, body displays and come to A. What is the displacement here? As far as the displacement is 0, we are saying in the first unit itself. Change in position. In order to make displacement, the position must be changed. But here the position is same. Therefore, no displacement is there. Therefore, work done is equal to 0. The example for conservative force, gravitational force, electrical force, spring force, etc. What is non-conservative force? The same thing. If the work done, not word, work. work done by a force in moving a particle from one point to another depends on the path. What about the previous case? It depends only on position. Here it depends on the path. If any work done depends on the path, then the force experience is called non-conservative. The non-conservative force work done may not be equal to 0. Example, frictional force and viscous force. Potential energy exists only for conservative force. Conservative force, we are having potential energy. Here we cannot possible the potential energy. So these are the things we have to understand as far as the energy is concerned. Conservative or not. So this also we don't know. E is equal to mc square. The constant we are discussing the it's not E is equal to cos. Then what is called magnetic potential is not construction constant. Constant. What is power now? The power. The power here having. The power is nothing but the rate of doing work is called power. What is power? The rate of doing work is called power. The rate of doing work. Suppose the 3 mark question is define power. Power may be defined as the rate of doing work or work done divided by time will give power. So one power is called average power. Power average is called P. It's not like that. Power average, AV suffix. Power average is equal to W by T. Where W is called work done by time. Another one is called instantaneous power. Instantaneous power, P is equal to power for a particular time. dW by dt, rate of change of work done. If there is a change in work done for a particular time is called instantaneous power, or take a total work done divided by time, that will give average power. Both are same, work done by time. So that I already told you that in the previous classes, we are receiving power, we are not receiving current. We are paying electric bill for power only. So we are having meter. That meter is called watt meter. It is called watt. W-A-W-T. Watt. Watt means a unit of power. Unit of power is called watt. So that we are paying electric bill only for power, not for current. That is energy, how much energy you are consumed. For a particular time, that is called power. We will see detail in the electricity portion. Therefore, power is equal to work done by time or instantaneous power is equal to rate of doing work, dW by dt. Suppose I have a force F gives a particle displacement ds in time dt. There are 3 things are acting. This is a particle. I apply a force. Because of that particular force, the body displaced to ds. This was happening in time dt. There are 3 things. What has to be done? If I apply a force, because of the particular force, the body displaced to some other place. The total displacement is ds. This is happening within the time. Therefore, power is equal to what is the formula? Work divided by time. Work done, we already discussed, force F dot ds. That is called power. Variable force. F dot ds divided by dt we know. Because work done is equal to force into displacement divided by dt. So keeping force ds by dt, rate of change of displacement. What is called ds by dt? Rate of change of displacement is called velocity. Therefore, power can also be found out by using the formula F into V. This force may be multiplied by velocity. That is also giving the power. So unit of power joule per second. We are not using joule per second. Usually we are using the power watt. Usually 1 horsepower is always equal to 746 watt. 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watt. So everything in all machines, the power can be interpreted in horsepower. So you are having car, how much HP horsepower is 120 horsepower, 125 horsepower, 200 horsepower. You are finding the electrical motor to lift a water from ground floor to upper place. So you have to purchase 1 HP motor or 0.5 HP motor or 2 HP motor. What is mean HP? HP means horsepower. So from horsepower, 742, 746 watt. So 2 horsepower means 746 into 2, 10 horsepower means 7460 watts. Such a power is used. Be careful. 1 horsepower is always equal to 746. These are the things you have to understand as far as the work, power and energy is concerned. Very important for future. So we can solve some problem and we can understand. So we have to go through the problem first of all. So what are the given parameters? In which parameter it is connected? First, immediately, which chapter it comes. So it is fastly recognized your mind because sensation and perception we are having. The human being always having sensation and perception. What is called sensation and perception? So if I say laddu, so immediately saliva secreted over time. Am I correct? Because in the early morning, our stomach is also empty. So immediately I tell about the eatable. Immediately what happens? Saliva secreted. What does it mean? Without showing laddu, you are immediately laddu comes in your picture. In front of you, the laddu is in front of you. How? Because we already sensed about laddu and we know about the taste. Immediately tell about the laddu. Already we sense comes into picture or comes into perception. That is called sensation and perception. Already we have to sense so many items. So that if I tell, immediately it is perceived in your mind, then it comes in your thought. That is the way. So we already perceived or sensed work, power and energy we sensed. So the problem comes means we have to perceive. Then only the problem can be solved. That sensation and perception is very good power given for human being. Kindly make use of. Very good. A body of mass 5 kg initially at rest is moved by a horizontal force of 2 Newton on a smooth horizontal surface. Why I put smooth horizontal surface means you have to avoid the frictional force. We already told you that whenever the body moves on a horizontal surface, it opposes by the frictional force. So that are eliminating the frictional force. Find the work done by the force in 10 seconds. Which way? So we know what done. We know F is equal to ma, mass, isn't it? So from which A is equal to F by m. Okay. What is the force given? So Newton force is given by 5. That is 2 by 5 meter per second square. This 2 by 5 meter per second square is the acceleration of the body. Okay. So once we know acceleration, then only you can able to find out the displacement. The displacement we know S is equal to ut plus of at square. P is the initial position. The body of mass 5 kg initially at rest. Therefore, initial velocity u become rest of at square. Ut plus of a t square. That is equal to of a. Just now we have seen 2 by 5 into what is 10? 10, isn't it? 10 square. That means 10 into 10. This 10. Now we can take this 5 times. These two are getting cancels. Therefore, 2 into 10. 2 getting cancelled. That's equal to, what is the value? 5. 5 can be 2 times. 2 5s are 10. That is 2 into 2, 4. What is the thing? These are into 2 by 5 into 10. These are 2 times. These 2 getting cancels. Automatically, what happened? 10 into 2, 20 meters. So what is the displacement? 20 meters is a displacement. Once you know displacement, the work done can be calculated. This work done is equal to force into displacement. Fs. Force 20, displacement 2, therefore 40 Joule. This is done. So somebody having confusion, sir, you already told Fs cos theta, why cos theta won't come? Kindly go through the problem. The body of mass 5 kg initially at rest is moved by the horizontal force 2 Newton on a smooth horizontal surface. So the body is applied on the force. What happens? This is the body, I apply a force. Because of that particular force, the body comes here. So the force and the displacement are in the same direction. If the force and displacement are in the same direction, theta is equal to 0. Therefore, cos 0 become 1. Therefore, Fs cos theta become Fs. Therefore, the answer is 40. Very interesting problem. The repeated problem asked in Japan. Okay. So you take note. So you can copy down. We can go to the next problem. Problem number 2. This is an important problem. This is a centrally sponsored examination. This type of problem is asked surely. A force of 3 plus 2x Newton acting on a particle along the x-axis displaces displaces it from 1 meter to 6 meter. Displaces it from 1 meter to 6 meter. Find the work done by the force. So why I am choosing this problem? If there is force in the terms of x and the house, how can you find out? This is an important thing. Because this is work done by the variable force. W is equal to integral of from x 1 meter to 6 meter F into d. So that is equal to integral 1 to 6 of F force of 3 plus 2x Newton into d. Very clear now? So you have to integrate it. How can you integrate it? You know the procedure. W is equal to 3 into dx. We have to separate these. 3 is a constant. Integral of dx, x. For x, we have to apply the limit 1 to plus. Here 2 is a constant. Integral of x dx, x power. I already given you a formula. The last page you have to use. Integral of x power n dx is equal to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Just like that, here also x power 1 plus 1, 2 divided by 1 plus 1. This also 1, 2. So we got that is equal to 3 into upper limit instead of x 6 minus lower limit 1 plus these two getting cancels. X square upper limit 6 square minus lower limit 1 square. This is it. So that is equal to 3 into 5 plus 36 minus 1, 35. That is 15 plus 35. That is equal to 50. So this is the thing. What is the concept of this problem is that the concept of problem, instead of work done, we have to integrate it. That is also I have given so that the instantaneous and variable force, work done by a constant force and work done by the variable force. So within the limit, the body is displaced from the distance 1 to 6. So this is important. Now we can pass on to the third. This is also another important problem. A 1,000-kilogram car accelerates from rest to a speed of 25 meters per second in 10 seconds. What average power must the engine of the car produce in order to cause this acceleration? The car, I have told you that if you are giving the acceleration, what about your power or energy transmitted from engine front to back and then back to front, the previous car? Nowadays, the technology was improved. Therefore, what happened? We can directly give the power. Like that, that problem is solved. So, what is the work done here? What is the physics here? The work done in accelerating the car, the work done in accelerating the car. Work done in accelerating the car always equal to increase in kinetic energy. This is a concept. What does it mean? Because the car in motion, the energy possessed by the body is kinetic energy, no potential energy. The work done in accelerating the car is nothing but increase in kinetic energy is the formula. You know the kinetic energy formula of mv square. This is the kinetic energy also we know. Then what is called power? Power is equal to work done divided by time. That is of mv square by T. This is the formula for power. Then substitute the given parameters of into mass 1000 into velocity 25 meters per second square. Therefore, 25 into 25 of mv square. This all happening in how much time? 10 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds. So this may be cancelled out. That's equal to 625 into 100. That is 625 by 2. Three one 25. 3125 watt power. This is 1000. That is called 3125 watts power or 3.1 kilowatt, whatever may be. 3.125 kilowatt power is used. Very clear now? So this completes your work, power and energy also. So very simple problems are asked. We need not keep so much. So kindly went through the previous year question paper, then we can understand. Now we can units and dimension have completed. After that, motion in one dimension, the straight line motion. After that, motion in a plane. Then force, Newton's laws of motion. After that, work, power and the energy. Now we can pass on to next chapter. Momentum, center of mass and collision. Momentum, center of mass and collision. In this chapter, what we are going to see? In this chapter, we are going to see so many information. Momentum, definition of momentum, conservation of momentum, what is center of mass, what is center of gravity, like that. And also collision. If the two bodies are moving, if they collide with each other, elastic collision, inelastic collision, what happens? Then problem. So first we can see the momentum. What is called momentum? We already told in the first class history itself, the momentum P is nothing but mass into velocity. General formula, mass into velocity will give momentum. By Newton's second law, the momentum is nothing but rate of change of momentum will give force. What is the definition of momentum? Momentum is defined as the product of mass and velocity. Okay, that is called momentum. It is represented by a letter P. Momentum is a vector quantity. This momentum is called linear momentum. Why I say linear momentum is some other momentum also comes in future. Because we are studying a linear motion. What is the momentum? Momentum is a product of mass and velocity. What is Newton? Second law says the rate of change of momentum will give you a force. Therefore F. So different forces are acting. F1, F2, F3, F etc. Or different forces are acting. F1 is equal to dp1 by dt, F2 is equal to dp2 by dt, etc. Therefore I add all the forces. F1 plus F2 plus F3. The right hand side, d by dt common, P1 plus P2 plus P3. P1, first particle momentum, second particle momentum, third, like that. F is the resultant force acting on the system. It's not active, acting, A-C-T-I-N-G. Acting. Resultant. Result force, resultant. R-E-S-U-L-T-E-A-N-T. Resultant force acting on the system. P is called resultant momentum. Therefore, in general, resultant force equal to dP by dt. This is Newton's second law. So we already discussed. No problem in this item 2. Now, whenever the force is applied on the body, there are two forces developed. One is called internal force, another is called external force. That is a central syllabus now. Why? We are having a solid, if the force is applied. Having a liquid, the force is applied. Gas is concerned, the force is applied. So everything having the internal molecular attraction. Why? The solid has definite shape, it has the molecules are closed. In liquid and gases, the molecules are moving, whereas here the molecules are not moving. When the force is applied, the internal force actually develops. So according to the Newton's law, we are keeping the internal force is 0. So by Newton's law, the net internal force is 0. Net internal force means they are acting different direction. What is the net force? Becomes 0. Because if it is subjected to external force, one force is acting in one direction, the particle comes to original position. Are you able to follow what I say? What is Newton's law? For every action there is equal and opposite reaction. If the force is applied, what happens? The molecule itself exerts a force against the force. Therefore, these two equal and opposite forces cancels out each other. Therefore, internal force is 0 in all particles. They are having only external force. By Newton's law, the net force is 0. Therefore, F external alone dP by dt. Usually, we have to take consideration to internal also. But here, according to Newton's law, internal force is always 0. Because for every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. The molecule itself reacts. Therefore, that force cancels out. But suppose I consider, if external force is 0, dP by dt is equal to 0. If external force I have taken 0, the differential of dP, rate of change of momentum, is equal to 0. If differential of something 0 means, what about that something? We already discussed in our mathematics also, E by dx of a constant always equal to 0. Be careful. Any constant differentiated with respect to anything separately. If a constant is multiplied by any other variable quantity, we have to take the constant in mathematics. So here also say same thing. If constant comes separately, what is the differential of constant? Differential of constant value always equal to 0. Therefore, the something must be constant. Then only the answer will come. The something is called momentum. Therefore, momentum is constant. This is called law of conservation of momentum. What is the law of conservation of momentum says? Momentum also can neither be created nor be destroyed. If external force is absent, the momentum of your body remains unchanged. So how can you explain it? Next external force is 0, P is constant. Consider a system of particles having masses m in order to understand the center of mass. So how can you explain the momentum? I will explain here about the conservation of momentum. Conservation, momentum conservation. I consider the two bodies. This m1 with velocity u1, another body mass m2, it moves with velocity. Suppose they hit to one another. Therefore, one body exerts a force on another, another body also exerts a force on. So after that the body moves. The mass of the body doesn't change, we know. But velocity changes as v1, here the velocity changes as v2. So this is a system I consider. This m1 is the mass of the body moving with velocity u1. m2 is the mass of the body moving with velocity u2. They collide. If they collide as Newton's law, the first body exerts a force on second body, immediately the second body exerts a force on first body. So this force may be F1, this force may be F. What is the concept here? This F1 must be equal to F2, but in the opposite direction. For every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. So what is momentum says? What is the total momentum before collision? Momentum formula we know, mass into velocity of first particle plus mass into velocity of the second particle. What is the momentum after collision? Mass into velocity of the first particle plus mass into velocity of the second particle. m1 v1 plus m2 v2. That is the thing you have to understand it. So kindly observe this. This m1 u1 plus m2 u2 always equal to m1 v1 plus m2. This is called conservation of momentum. When the body moves with a different velocity having same mass, it will have the same momentum, or different mass also same thing. What does it mean? The momentum always constant means, suppose we are riding a cycle, so in front of some cycle comes, directly hit you, so you are having damage. So suppose a lorry comes in front of you, that hit you, again we are having damage. In which we have more damage? Immediately we know lorry. Why? So that is the thing we have to understand, that mass of the lorry is heavy, therefore velocity is less. If the body of a car or cycle are moving with a low mass, high speed, therefore mass and velocity become constant. That is the thing. Therefore m1 u1 is equal to m1 v2 or m1. This is a total momentum before collision, total momentum after collision. That is the law of conservation of momentum. Okay. If now I can convert it into center of mass. What is the center of mass or center of the body? Center of mass we know. I take this. This weapon or any metal plate or any book or take. So if I place a particular place, finally, in the particular place only, the paper won't be get down. Am I correct? Kindly observe. If I move my finger, automatically the paper will fall down. So that is the place, single place. That is the place where the entire mass of the body is concentrated. That is the place where entire mass of the body concentrated. That place is called center of mass. What is called center of mass? Center of mass is the place where entire mass of the body is concentrated. Okay. In that system, I consider the different molecules m1, m2, m3, etc. having position vectors r1, r2, etc. This r1 is the distance of the first particle from center of mass. R2 is the system of second particle, like that. The center of mass, that is resultant of center of mass, RCM. Cm means center of mass. So we have to m1 r1 plus m2 r2 m3 r3 etc. The final mn rn divided by m1 plus m2 plus m3 plus m1. This is a general formula for center of mass, the resultant center of mass. We know m1 plus m2 plus etc. m1 is called total mass of a system. So this comes in the denominator, this capital M comes in the numerator, m into RCM is equal to m1 r1 plus m2 r2 3 etc. So I have to differentiate with respect to time. So m constant, differential of r divided by dt. Cm means center of mass. This is not n1, it is m1. m1, the first derivative of dr1 by dt plus m2 dr2 dt etc. We know rate of change of displacement will give velocity. Therefore, VCM, m1 r1 plus m2 v2 plus m3 etc. m1. Therefore, mass into velocity of center of mass plus m1 velocity of the first particle plus m2 velocity of the second particle up to m1 dm. Simple system for center of mass. VCM, velocity of center of mass, v1, v2, velocity of the particle. Therefore, m into VCM is equal to m into, that is called momentum, P1, P2, P3, etc. up to P. So, kindly see, that is dr1 by dt, mass into velocity. Mass into velocity will give momentum. P1 is the first particle momentum, P2 is the second particle momentum, etc. The total momentum, m into VCM, resultant velocity, resultant mass into velocity will give the total momentum. The total momentum is equal to total mass into velocity of the center of mass, VCM, velocity of center of mass. Capital M, the center of mass momentum, that is a mass of the whole body. Therefore, MCM, that is the total momentum will give the total mass of the body into velocity of the, this is the total momentum. Total momentum can be calculated by M into VCM. What is capital M? Total mass of the body. VCM, that is called velocity of center of mass. Again, the total momentum can be differentiated. That is dP by dt. That is keeping M constant, dVCM by dt. This rate of change of velocity again got acceleration. Again the Newton's law comes, F is equal to ma. So why I am taking this? If the body has different masses, the center of mass comes into picture. That is also we can able to find out the force. For that case, we have to take mass of the whole body into what is the acceleration of center of mass. That is a resultant value you have to put. That is a formula. Hence, if the resultant external force on a system is 0, the velocity of center of mass remains constant, motion is not affected. Hence, if the resultant external force on a system 0, even the external force system is 0, the velocity of the center of mass remains constant, motion is not affected. Velocity is always constant. Therefore, acceleration becomes 0. That is a thing, concept you have to understand. Velocity remains constant means acceleration of the body becomes 0. Therefore, inside the body, the position will be the same. They are moving in the constant velocity. Velocity will be constant, but acceleration. This is center of mass. We need not worry about much about center of mass. Very few questions maybe. So different things I want to find out now. Collision. The collision, I already told you that if you are moving by motorcycle or some other motorcycle comes hit you, that is called collision. Or sometimes you are going left to right, some motorcycle comes from right to left, we can hit. That is called head-on collision. So damage will come. These are all called collision. Collision means one body hit by another body, or one body to hit the other body. That is called collision. The collision always two types: elastic collision and inelastic collision. The collision can be classified into two. One is called elastic collision, another one is called inelastic collision. So how can you distinguish elastic collision and inelastic collision? Therefore, during the elastic collision, the kinetic energy is always constant. Two body, so it has own kinetic energy, it also has own kinetic energy. After hitting, their kinetic energy won't be changed. The kinetic energy of the individual particle remains constant. If it remains constant, then the collision is called elastic collision. If the kinetic energy is changed, inelastic. So from which it is clear that, because I would take a rubber ball. The rubber ball, throw it on a wall. the ball goes and hit the wall, collision. Then the ball immediately returns you. How it returns? The kinetic energy won't be changed. Since kinetic energy is not changed, automatically what happens? The ball returns. Otherwise, take a iron ball, throw it on sand floor. It can't rebound. What happens? Because the kinetic energy changes, so that it won't come. Such a collision is called inelastic collision. Rubber ball on the wall elastic. The iron ball on the ground or anything, it cannot rebound because of kinetic energy changes. That is called inelastic collision. So we will see what is elastic and inelastic collision elaborately in the next class. Thank you.